Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Everybody, a little louder. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time again, a little louder, please. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time again, please. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time, very loud, with your heart. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, my humble obeisances to you all. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you all for joining His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj's daily class. Today we are continuing our Srimad Bhagavatam series, and we are at the end of our first canto and the 19th chapter, appearance of Sri Sukadeva Goswami. And today's verses 38 to 40. Hare Krishna Maharaj, my humble obeisances to you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. You can please take over. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
John Tapper, she said, we're going to have a blackout for 10 days. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yatstroyavyam mato japyam kartatavyam nirbi prabho smartavyam bhajaniyam va bruya va viparyayam. Translation. Please let me know what a man should hear, chant, remember, and worship, and also what he should not do. Please explain all of this to me. So this is Sukadev Goswami is hearing from Maharaj Parikshit, who's asking this question. What is the duty of a man about to die? What should he chant? What should he remember? How should he worship? What should he avoid? Nunam Bhagavato Brahman Griheshu Grihamedinam Nalakshate Yavastanam Apigo Dohanam Kapchit. O powerful Brahmana, it is said you hardly stay in houses of men long enough to milk a cow. Saints and sages in the renounced order of life go to the houses of the householders at the time they milk the cows early in the morning and ask some quantity of milk for subsistence. A pound of milk fresh from the milk bag of a cow is sufficient to feed an adult with all vitamin values. And therefore saints and sages live only on milk. Even the poorest of the householder keep at least 10 cows, each delivering 12 to 20 quarts of milk, and therefore no one hesitates to spare a few pounds of milk for the mendicants. It is the duty of the householders to maintain the saints and sages like children. So a saint like Sukadev Goswami would hardly stay at the house of a householder for more than 5 minutes in the morning. In other words, such saints are very rarely seen in the house of the householders. And Maharaj Parikshit therefore prayed to him to instruct him as soon as possible. The householders also should be intelligent enough to get some transcendental information from visiting sages. The householder should not foolishly ask a saint to deliver what is available in the market. That should be the reciprocal relation between the saints and the householders. And we'll do the last verse, which ends the chapter. Sutta uvacha evam abhisitam pristam sarajam lakshnaya gira pratyabhasata dharmo gyo bhagavan badarayanihi. Sutta Goswami said, the king thus spoke and questioned the sage using sweet language. Then the great and powerful personality, the son of Vyasadeva, who knew the principles of religion, began his reply. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purports of the first canto, 19th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Appearance of Sukadev Goswami. Om Gyanti Miranda Syagina Jana Salakaya Chaksun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Pastyatya De Satarine Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaho Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, what should a man at the time of death hear and chant the glories of the Lord? What should they hear? Of course, Sukadev Goswami will answer that in the very beginning of Canto number 2. But first, he will explain what you shouldn't do before he gets to what you should do. And that is the first 4 verses in the next canto. The 5th verse, he gets into the answer of that question. And here, this is a little bit of a description about how the saints interact with householders. They have no business with householders at all, but to show compassion to those who are entangled in family life. They visit their house and they receive a little bit of, sometimes a chapati, sometimes some chickpeas, something. Here, sometimes they go for milk, because sages and saints can live simply on milk. Milk, as it says here, has all the vitamin values to feed an adult. And therefore, they simply take a little milk and they can live throughout the day. So milk has all of the vitamins. It has all of the 6 tastes of all of the tastes. All 6 tastes are there in milk. All vitamins are in milk, provided we get it free from contamination. If we buy it in the stores, which is pasteurized, homogenized, it's polluted. It's pure quality of ability to deliver its essential ingredients of benefit for the persons who drink it is interrupted or destroyed, actually. But here, the glory of milk is being shown in this. Now people claim that milk is unhealthy. Milk is unhealthy for those who support cow killing or engaged in cow killing. Why? Because this is God's punishment upon them for killing such a valuable animal. The cow is the most beneficial animal. She is also known as mother. She provides so many things for human subsistence, especially from cow milk and cow dung. And she doesn't ask for much, just some place to graze and get some nice grass and a place to sleep at night. Of course, they sleep in the pastures in warm weather, but when it gets cold, they also require some enclosure. That's all. Taking care of the cows very nicely. In India, the cows are more like, many people keep cows as it says here, just like they keep children. This is, well, that refers to the saints and sages, but cows are also seen in the same way. Just like you have family members, and some of the family members are children. Some of the family members are also cows, and they also get the benefit of being taken care of by those who are their caretakers. So cows are so valuable and give so much, but those who support or indulge in cow killing, when they drink the milk from these animals that have been killed, they get a type of milk that is unhealthy. That's mentioned in the Rig Veda, that when you exploit the cow or you create fear, cows are very perceptive. They know when they're going to be killed, and therefore they're fearful. And then when they are milked, they excrete that fear hormone into the milk, and that becomes poison for the living entities who drink that milk. That's why there's old propaganda that milk is unhealthy. It's unhealthy for those who are sinful. But for those who keep cows very nicely, and the cow is happy, and she is grazing very nicely, if she's happy when she gives her milk, then everyone benefits, and that milk is full of nutritional vitamins, minerals, and everything one can live on. You can see saints and sages used to live simply on milk. Yeah. So supporting cow killing means to also drink the milk from animals that are going to be killed. So devotees should be aware that we should take only milk from our farms, not from milk coming from the stores, which is blood milk. Ultimately, those cows go to the slaughterhouse after they're no longer able to give milk anymore. And therefore, that milk is really not healthy. And at the same time, indirectly, or you might even say less directly, we are supporting the whole slaughterhouse industry by buying into commercial milk that is there from society. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada, and of course the history of human society, is keep cows, live simply, and take milk from the cow directly. Here, and it says here, this is how the saints would live. And then when they would come to the house of the householder, begging a little bit of milk, they would enlighten the householder in some necessary topic that could benefit them in becoming Krishna consciousness in their particular situation. Sanatan Goswami, one of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, would stay in the villages, and he would live with the householder sometimes for a month at a time. And he would deal with their family problems and listen to them and give advice and direction. He became so loved by the villagers that when he would have to travel from one village to another, the village he was leaving, the people there would cry, feeling that they had lost their father, someone who they loved very much. So the saints like that, they give their time, energy, and intelligence and guidance to the householders who are entangled with worldly affairs, and therefore they need some clarity on how to live a Krishna conscious life, at the same time be able to maintain their livelihood in the material arena. So that is the mercy. And it says here, the householder should not foolishly ask the saint to deliver them what is available in the market. So in other words, you don't ask the saint for something material. And that is not the benefit of having saintly association. What Prabhupada said available in the market means that whatever you can get in the mainstream society, it's not that you have to ask the saint like that. Sometimes people come to saints for material blessings for whatever reason. They want good health, they want good education for their children, they want good family success, whatever, something material. But these things are easily provided by society. And therefore, to ask, it says that this is a foolish approach to such saintly persons. The actual thing is, how can I engage in devotional service? What is my relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead? These are beneficial questions. Or how can I live in such a way that I'm living and at the same time practice spiritual life? These are important questions. And this is the culture of Vedic, this is Vedic culture, actually, how people used to live. The householders would depend on the saints to come, and they would be happily giving them, just like their own children. And the saints would give them knowledge of self-realization. They would also give them astrological knowledge that they could use to organize their affairs on the material level. And sometimes they would also give them some advice on how to live a healthy life without them asking, of course. But their main business was to enlighten the householder in self-realization. And so we have here 2 main topics: the importance of keeping cows and taking care of cows and taking the benefits that the cow gives. First class, milk in the scriptures is called liquid religiosity. Liquid religiosity. It is so beneficial. Take a little bit of milk every day, and that will inspire and nourish the brain tissues, and those brain tissues then will become more and more sharper to understand spiritual philosophy or knowledge of higher principles. In other words, the knowledge of self-realization. So Prabhupada said to us, he told us directly, no more than 1 pound of milk a day and no less than 1/2 pound, which includes all milk products, not just milk, but everything that contains any kind of milk product in that quantity. So a pound is for those of you who are in the Western countries, those who are in the Eastern countries, a pound is 17.2 ounces, and 1/2 pound is half of that, obviously. And so take milk in small and in proper proportions every day. You can maintain the body very nicely, and try to get milk from our farms. There are many farms that do have milk. I'm here in Bhaktivedanta Manor in London right now, and we have cows here, and they make available the milk for the devotees who petition for that milk. They ask for that milk. They also offer some donation in exchange for the milk. And the only thing is that there is more demand than there is supply, so we need more and more farms, actually. We have also another farm in the area of Leicester. Sitaram Prabhu has really developed a nice farm there of milk products. And so this is the development of our society to provide nice milk products, taking care of cows very nicely and using the cow for not only for milk, but so many other things that the cow can also give for the upliftment of the human society. These are some things that to consider. Nowadays, we have been replaced with this materialistic industrial society, which could collapse at any moment. We're simply dependent on electricity. We're dependent on gas coming from the outside. We're dependent on food from the markets. We're dependent on so many things that society has taken from nature, repackaged, and resold back to people in general as a commodity. Where everything is there in nature, one doesn't have to go through this repackaging program. One has to live in such a way as they can take what nature often gives directly and avoid the pollution that comes by way of resale of food that we buy in the market. And a lot of it's full of pesticides, herbicides, and various types of chemicals. We drink the water from our tap, it's full of chlorine. Chlorine is not healthy. I mean, there's so many additives to the food and to the things we use on an everyday basis based on the idea of convenience. But what is the convenience? You're killing yourself. That's the convenience. And you're also spending so much time working so hard to get we might say, the finances to pay for these things, when everything is available in nature if we know how to live properly. But this Western civilization, as Srila Prabhupada, he said it will collapse soon. And it is collapsing right now. We don't have to be very perceptive to see it all around us. There is calamities, chaos, shortages, distress, turmoils, so many things. It's all part of the society that is very much geared to profit and not geared to human upliftment. Human culture is based on spirituality, aesthetic values, family values, and moral principles, and basic use of the land for one's livelihood. Not working hard in these big factories with a lot of pollution, smoke, and so many other things. Now, you go to the big cities nowadays. I remember when I was in Mumbai, in India, they have this thing called the pollution. What is it called? It's an estimation of the level of the pollution in the air, and it's a kind of like a barometer. and they set out certain numbers. If the numbers are 20 or below, then the air is clean. But if it goes any higher, then if it gets up to 100, then it becomes a disaster. I remember air quality index, thank you. I remember I was in Mumbai and the air pollution index was over 500. And Delhi was even worse. I remember I was in Delhi and I was at a householder's house staying there, and one girl, she was a schoolgirl, it was the middle of the week. I asked her, why you're not going to school today? She said the schools are closed because the pollution in the air is so high that people are getting sick just by going outside. So they're even closing down schools and operations because the air is so polluted. And not only India, but places all around the world are like that. The Philippines, Manila is one of the most polluted places. Also, and you can find other big cities that are also the same way. But just the way we live, with all of the noise, with all of the confusion, with all of the unnecessary activities that go on, people are not, they're always in a stressful condition. And so because we live in a way that is not ordained by God, we have to struggle. And it's all been done by the society who wants to exploit material nature for some kind of pecuniary profit, some financial profit. I'm not saying we have to go back to primitive life. That's not I'm saying that the way we live now is self-destructive, physically and obviously spiritually also. But here we see the benefits of milk, the cow, and how to take advantage of the saintly people who would live simply on whatever they can achieve. They would not go to and do any labor themselves. Their knowledge was the benefit of society. There are different ways to contribute to society's growth, and one of them is transcendental knowledge. And that is the most valuable thing, because when people have transcendental knowledge, they can solve all of their problems, and they can also make progress towards the goal of life, which Prema Pumartha Mahan, to develop one's loving relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in devotion. So they teach that, and therefore they're like dependent on the society to maintain them, which their maintenance is very little, as he says here. They can simply live on milk. But even there are other saints that live on just basic whatever they can get day to day. Of course, nowadays, some of the persons have imitated the saints and dress up like saints, and so they go to people's house to get something because they don't want to do any other activity, and they just want to live. They're not qualified to give spiritual knowledge. They're more like charlatans who take advantage, just like when you see something real, many times you see there's a counterfeit example of the same thing. For instance, money, there's real money, there's counterfeit money. There's real gold, there's something that looks like gold. There's Shalagram Shilas, and then there's rocks that they look like Shalagram Shilas, but they're not. So when you see the ideal, you'll also see the imitation like that. So, but we're interested in the ideal. And here you have the example by Sukadeva Goswami. And so Sukadeva Goswami will now begin his discourse in the second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. That second canto is really about devotional service. And so please make plans to hear as much as you can from this upcoming canto, which is just full of the essential principles of how devotional service is, how it works, and what we should avoid in the execution of our day-to-day life, not only in devotional service, but the materialistic downside of life also. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Such a wonderful class, reminding us about the importance of the cow and also the current situation in the world. Thank you so much. Yeah, Krishna Kaviraj Prabhuji, please go ahead. And dear devotees, please be ready with your questions and please raise your hand if you have any questions and please turn on your cameras if possible. Thank you. Yes,
Thank
Prabhuji,
you.
please go ahead.
Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you, Guru Maharaj, glories to all of the Vaishnavas. Maharaj, when you were reading Srila Prabhupada's purport and you're reading that how a great sage the sages would only come to the place of a householder for no more than 5 minutes, and the householder should be intelligent enough to take advantage of that and ask intelligently and hear nicely. So if I were to have the great good fortune of having 5 minutes association of a great sage or devotee, what should I ask him or her?
Well, you can ask him, please reveal the defect in me and let me know how I can overcome this defect, and so I can make progress towards spiritual life. You may not like that one.
I do, which means I have a follow-up question for you, Guru Maharaj.
Well, we're not into personal counseling.
Okay, I shall ask that separately. Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
And there's many great sages around you. You just have to get out of the house. What are you doing today?
Today,
Yeah.
I might come to London Mellows.
Good. Yeah. And there's a 12-hour kirtan starting. It's already started. It goes on to 10 o'clock tonight. I'll see you there.
Okay. Good. Look forward to it.
Nice. Thank you, Prabhuji. Such a nice question. Now, Akashni Radha Mataji, please go ahead. Akashni Radha.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, I raised my hand by mistake.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's okay. Sridevi Mataji, please go ahead.
Thank you. Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Guru Maharaj, as you were speaking about Brahmanas giving transcendental knowledge and being maintained by society, I was thinking that happened in those days where Brahmanas were respected for giving transcendental knowledge. Today, the only knowledge that is respected by general society is how to make money and how to come up in life and those kind of things. And so if a Brahmana says, I'm giving you transcendental knowledge, society should maintain me. Society turns around and say, on your own money, why should we maintain you?
Well, we don't see that the sages are knocking on people's doors asking for milk nowadays. Nor do we knock on doors where people have the signs, beware of dog, So this is done within the society of Vaishnavas for the attached householders.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
You can do that. You can go in Mayapur, knock on doors, and give a little transcendental knowledge. Devotees will welcome you in.
Oh, that is so wonderful to hear, Gurudev. Thank you very much for the blessing.
You can do it. You've done it before. Yeah, you'll like it. You'll meet so many nice devotees, and you'll also get into nice discussions. They might even give you some milk.
That is so wonderful to hear, Guru Maharaj. I'd love to do that. I didn't know that I could just go ahead and, do that. So thank you for giving me blessings to do it.
Well, carry a basket of Mahaprasadam, like some cookies or some sweets or something. Knock on the door and just offer that, and that way you have an end. Mhm. Yeah, and maybe you can carry some transcendental news with you, some spiritual something that will open up the conversation. Devotees are always welcoming other devotees.
Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. That is wonderful. I really, really am very grateful for that. Thank you so much.
I'm going to check on you to see how you're doing.
Hare Krishna.
Start
Yes.
right where you're living too. You got a whole apartment complex right there. You get
And
Yeah.
that is so true, Guru Maharaj, what you're saying. Just the other day, one of the young men was saying, so when are you giving a talk? When are we all getting together and hearing something? And I was thinking, yeah, we need to do something. Everybody just sits inside their house and no one comes out. So we are planning some programs here, Guru Maharaj.
Good. Good. Go to Rasamrita Kunj. I mean, there's so many families there. Many families. Okay, Balakrishna.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. It's great to see you. My question is, does chanting of the Mahamantra, does it destroy bad karma?
It destroys all karma.
Oh, wow. Bad and good.
Yeah, and it gives you there is three things. It's called karma, akarma, and vikarma. Karma means good karma, vikarma means bad karma, and akarma means activities that produce no karma. So akarma is transcendental activity. It's a kind of result that brings you closer to Krishna, purifies your consciousness. That's devotional service. That's akarma. So if you're chanting the holy name, you are destroying the effects of your past good and bad karma and awakening your spiritual karma.
That is wonderful. Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you, Bala. Nice to see you.
Wonderful to see you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dear devotees, any more questions? And Maharaj, even I was thinking by seeing the purport, like how this can happen in this current world, like how can we follow, or we don't see so many of saints and sages always coming around us. So practically how it will be possible, even I was thinking in that direction.
There's a lot of saints and sages around. You just got to find them.
Mm.
They come to the temple.
Yeah.
You got a temple or not too far from where you are.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah.
You have a very qualified and very devotional temple leader. You have some of the most beautiful deity one of the most beautiful deities in the world.
Nice.
You recognize him?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Yeah.
Kalachand ji ki jai.
Beautiful. Haribol.
Keep him around.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah.
He keeps me around.
But I was wondering, like, yeah, we go to temple and we get the opportunity, but usually, so one has to be inclined towards getting this knowledge or getting the association of these saintly people, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're eager, you'll get it.
Mm. Okay.
If you come there just to socially hang out, then you won't get much from that.
Mm.
Go there to learn, go to serve, go to associate. Go there to see the beautiful form of Kalachandji, Radha Kalachandji.
Mm.
They have nice programs. There's always saintly persons that come there to the temple where you find spiritual masters visit regularly.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
You might say you're fortunate. I have a question from the local peanut gallery here. We have one member of the local gallery here. He's somehow or other, he's not a sage looking for milk, but he came to the door delivering something very nice. So he wants to ask a question. Can I let him ask a question?
Yes, Maharaj, please.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much for your class. Just on the point regarding the cows and the milk. So until we have access to the farm milk from our cows which are not slaughtered, do you recommend us to be vegans until then?
That is an option. He's asking whether if we can't get access to our milk from our cows, should we become vegans? That is an option. There are senior devotees who follow that. They only take milk from our cows, and if they don't have the opportunity, then they're not necessarily vegans, but they just don't take milk from the outside, that's all. But if you are eager, there are many outlets you can get. I also have some ahimsa powdered milk coming from farms that protect cows also. They make their own powdered milk. But you're asking that question in London, where there is two outlets of nice milk, so doesn't apply to you. You're here, you got it. I see a lot of devotees from Detroit there. You can also get a nice cow in your area there, put it outside your house. Well, I know she'll need we got a lot of nice fields around the place, but I'm not sure if cows will work. But you have a nice community where you can get a nice farm and then start developing, more simple lifestyle.
We do have ahimsa options in Detroit, Maharaj. I think they get shipped from Pennsylvania. They're trying something like that.
Oh yeah. When I was in when I was there in Detroit, I was getting cheese from Gitanagari. Yeah.
Yes, Maharaj.
You guys get milk and cheese from Gitanagari, right?
Yes.
Good. Very good. That's why I see everybody who's from Detroit online now, they're all smiling. We got Amrita Sundari, we got Pavni and Bhagyashri. Where's we got who else is online there from Detroit?
Rasa Vilasini.
Rasa Vilasini Radha and her good husband. Where's he? He's hiding there somewhere, and he's not there today.
He's not there.
Okay. Yeah, so okay, Pavni, you got a question?
Yes.
Yes, very much. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and you. Maharaj, like you mentioned yesterday, that some people were having association of Srila Prabhupada, but they fell from their position. So, how is that possible, an association of such a pure devotee?
Well, it's like the sun is out But if you hide in the cave, then you might say, where's the sun? There's no sun. So one has to understand how to take advantage of the association of a pure devotee. And therefore, there's two things that you do. One, you ask questions, relevant questions that will help you in your spiritual life, or you take the opportunity to offer some service. So if you hear from them, you ask questions from them, or if you and many of the people who maybe have left or fallen down have had that opportunity, but still, because of their strong desires for material attachment, they weren't able to continue in devotional service. So we should regularly, when we use that word with emphasis, regularly take the association of devotees. And as much as we can, those who are in the position to give guidance and speak transcendental knowledge. We should seek out that association.
Thank you, Maharaj. Hare
These
Krishna.
devotees had that association, but somehow or other they didn't take advantage of it in the proper way. They made some progress, no question. Progress was made. That progress that they made is never lost, even if they stop. But now their spiritual life is put on hold. That's all. It's not that it's lost. It's on hold until again they come in association with great souls.
Thank you, Pavani. Such a nice question. Dear devotees, any more questions? So I have we have a question on chat by Bani Mataji. So she's asking, did Prabhupada ever say we should be vegan? When there is no protected cow's milk, I thought he said the cows get benefit.
That's when that was all there was at that time. Yeah, Prabhupada didn't follow that. He said take milk. He took away also milk from, but now, but he did say get your own farms and have your own cows. Eventually, the society was still developing at that time. We hadn't developed that Varnashram part of the society. Yeah, so Prabhupada was, but if you read the book by, I recommend you read the book by my god sister Vishwadika. It's called Bhakti Milk. There's a very long article there by one very senior sannyasi explaining the fallacy of this principle that if we take milk from commercial dairies, these cows get some benefit. He deals with that. You have to read that article. It's quite lengthy and it's very reveals the fallacy of that philosophy. I won't go into it now because it's too complicated. But let me see. In other words, there's no reason, at least at this stage of our development in our society, where we have to plug into commercial dairies. There's no reason. It's just laziness on our part or lack of understanding of Srila Prabhupada's direction for the society. Even the GBC has endorsed that we take milk from our own cows.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And we got Manisha online and we got Shakshi. Is she there somewhere hiding?
Yeah, Sakshi is there. Yeah, Manisha is there.
Okay. Hey, you have in Ujjain, you have cows there, right?
Yes, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
You have nice big cows there and you get milk from the cows there.
Maharaj, we never tried before. But yes, we saw cows in Ujjain. There's a nice small farm for the cows.
Yeah, go there and get some milk. Don't be lazy.
Yes.
We
Thank
shouldn't be lazy when it comes to our health or to spiritual progress. Spiritual.
Mm.
We've been dulled into a type of inertia based on this society that whatever we need or want, we just, go online and or just call it and make a phone call and you get it really quickly. We're pretty much a society that has become somewhat lazy. Because everything is handed to you. At least what you think you need, anyway. Chitarani there, she's online today. She's from Croatia. We have farms in Croatia where we have cows also. So yeah, everywhere around it's starting to come. It's just there's not enough farms. There's not enough projects to develop self-sufficiency. That's Srila Prabhupada wanted it. It's the unfinished business of Srila Prabhupada's 4-point program for spreading Krishna consciousness in the world. It's the social aspect by which people can live in a way that allows them to practice Krishna consciousness more naturally and easily, and also downsizes all of the difficulties that we have in today's society. We're so dependent on this materialistic society, which at any time can, we've had many examples where the society just crashed down and people were without a loss, without any electricity, without any heat, without any food. It's happened many times throughout the years, even in the big industrial countries. It's a false lifestyle. It's not very healthy. You see the children now growing up, they're like 6 feet tall and when they're 14 years old. And they're eating all these foods that are full of hormones. And you see how big the kids are nowadays? They're like giants. In fact, it's all due to this, this food that has been tampered with. Anyway, read my book, Krishna's Way. Gives you a lot of insight.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much. Dear devotees, any more questions or comments? Maharaj, I don't see any questions even.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can end here. We do have let's see. Are we at the hour yet?
Yeah, almost 5 minutes.
For the hour. Okay. Well, yeah, we can chat around the japa if you'd like.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah, sure, definitely.
Jai Sri Krishna, Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasani Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Everyone. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Krishna Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna. We'll see everyone on Monday. Tomorrow, Yatra in London, so we'll be online.
Thank you very much for today's class.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much. And thank you, dear devotees.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
We'll start second canto on Monday. And tomorrow there will be class. Please join. And we'll update you the topic soon. Thank you so much.
And we start second canto.
Hare Krishna.
Invocation also as part of the class.
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you,
Thank
Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. Hare